So the D-line's going to spread out. Here we go. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And it's grabbed by Crunch.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first.
Scream up, Dub.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They run. Anderson. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, second down. Here's the offense, and you got to talk about the guy that they nicknamed Bebe, Charles Demaryius Thomas.
You worry about him catching the ball, but you worry more about what he does after the catch. Big, strong, physical. He makes plays downfield.
And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now, the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Defense showing blitz. Here we go. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Green Beckham has it over the middle.
Come on, you got to make that hit, Eric Bird.
8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short. As we get a look at the defensive starters as secondary, they're certainly going to need to be on their toes in this one.
And you know me really well. Where do I start analyzing a game? From the secondary. And these guys have to be on point today. They're facing a high-powered attack.
Oh, that was wide open. I got locked down on that defense, baby.
C.J. Anderson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hello? Why didn't you just come? I did call you back. I called you back twice. I called you back twice.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
What you say?
Give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
All right, go ahead.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They go play action. Bridgewater. He'll buy some time right. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick up the big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
Bridgewater with a keeper. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side.
Weren't you?
Yeah, it totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. And here's Marshall. Oh, nice move. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Keith Marshall with touchdown number 27. That ties Priestholds for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They run it again with Anderson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to be out in 5 to start things out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They'll look to throw here. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. So they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Pressure. We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Keith Marshall with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. In the backfield is Anderson. Now we'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Thomas. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Bridgewater to throw it this time. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Fresh set of downs here.
What up, sir?
They come out here in the eye. Now Marshall. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second and goal. There's still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They go again with Davis. And he is in. Touchdown. touchdown, Kansas City. Niall Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And the ball is knocked out. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Time to step aside. Back to Denver right after this. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
This is Marshall. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Keith Marshall with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. 3rd down now. It's C.J. Anderson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're going to try and throw. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And now here comes Kansas City. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their prop.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston in there to sack him. And that is 10 for him now on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
And he's going to be stopped up. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Returnable for Thomas. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run with Marshall. Room here to run. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. No.
First down, Bridgewater. It's Hill, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Second down, Bridgewater. They complete it to Hill. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. And this one through the uprights and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll look to throw now on first down. Right side catch, Gilmore. A gain of 6 there on first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a grab here by Gilmore. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real...
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal calls would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll give it to him right up the gut, and he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And quickly, they get to the line. Bridgewater to throw it. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Yeah, Sanders now to return. Oh, he slipped right by him. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. Anderson loses the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it.
And he loses the football a second time.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Marlon Brown His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get one score closer. So they get one score back, but still O'Mannis now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. A second down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. To him right up the gut. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Keith Marshall ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Big play there on the keeper. 32 yards.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. Fighting through. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. He'll look to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. And he's got it up and through. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 on the gain there. And that'll be good for a KC first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. To the right side, and he's got Maclin. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Bridgewater. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And they're pushed back after the penalty, still 2nd down. Out of of the gun. They'll look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits Thomas. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Back to throw now on first down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll look to throw again. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's third down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And now here's a carry heading left. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Throwing here, Bridgewater. Rolling to his right. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Play fake. Bridgewater. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Third and goal for Bridgewater. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.